There are two types of average guys. The first type of average guy is the guy who's born average and he accepts it. And anybody more attractive than him, he's automatically going to be born like that. It's just genetics and it's just pure cope. And then the other guy is the guy who's like, you know what? I can become more attractive. I can look like a Greek god. I can look like all these male models. And he actually does it, man. He puts in the effort, he puts in the work, and he actually looks way more attractive. Then those average guys are going to hate that guy who decided to level up just because he did something they didn't think he could do. But still, they're going to say it's genetics. So today, I'm going to teach you how to go from average looking face to the god face, the male model face. Without further ado, let's get it. Whether or not your hair is going to be one of the most attractive traits on your entire body. This is why every single thing about it is so important. Every single guy I see, he ruins his hair. It is way too short for the most part. I feel like 90 to 95% of guys literally have hair that's way too short. The minimum it should be, I don't care what your race is at least to your eyes. I feel like this is automatically going to soften your face and it's going to make your facial features look so much better. Now we also need to be playing around with textures, like straightening it, getting perms with different colors. Maybe you could go black, maybe you could go blonde. All of this is dependent on you and your phenotype, so I want you to get experimental and find a hairstyle that freaking mogs. Don't forget about the hairline and also hair density as well. We're going to be using serums, topical things like topical salt palmetto, micro needling, things like this. It's going to help promote hair growth and hair density overall. I'm almost always on my phone or my computer because in 2025 all of us are, man. So naturally I'm going to be getting more forward head posture, and this is one of the best things to actually cook your entire face, because whenever you're doing this, it's actually going to throw off just about every single thing about your facial structure. Tongue posture is going to be incorrect. Everything's going to be incorrect. So the best way to go against this is to lean up against a wall and then practice chin tucks. Once again, I'm doing that on camera, but be very careful with those. I would just do those consistently throughout the day. Maybe 50 in the morning, 50 in the evening. Practice going against the wall and just getting that forward head posture fixed so that you get rid of that nerd neck and look way more attractive. So about every single guy, I feel like 90% of you guys could definitely use better eyebrows. Just like the hair, the eyebrows actually frame the entire face and can make you look way, way, way more attractive. So we have a couple things. First of all, the shape. So no hair in between. So take the middle nostril, get something straight. I like to use a butter knife and go like that, and then pluck anything in between, and then you want to go out, and then on that corner of the eye, anything outside of it, you want to pluck it, and then anything below, without creating it too crazy of an arch, you want to pluck that. Do not pluck above, keep it just like that. And then you want a very good professional eyebrow dye as well to darken it. I want you to use this every 4 weeks, and make sure it's specifically for the eyebrows, not the beard. That's actually going to irritate the eyebrow. And I would just go a few shades darker. Don't go black if you're naturally a blonde guy. I would just go 1 to 2 shades darker, and this is actually going to dye all the little hairs, the baby hairs on the eyebrows as well, and make it look much more dense. But if you have the opposite problem, like it's super bushy, I'd recommend trimming it all the same length. Percent body fat is obviously gold, and this is something that literally like less than 1% of the population does with enough muscle mass. Everyone seems to think that this is about the physique. It's not even about the physique, man. Your face will not really look good until you're 10% body fat. I look completely different at 15-20% body fat as opposed to 10% body fat. Like, this is going to be the prerequisite to looking attractive. Don't tell me that you're unattractive if you've never been at 10% body fat. Consistent caloric deficit, hitting your protein, and heavy compound lifts multiple times per week, hitting at least 5 to 10K steps. Like, it's really simple to get there, but most people lack the consistency and the discipline. Mewing and tongue posture, obviously this one is given. I think that everyone should be doing it. Naturally, I was doing it ever since my orthodontic surgery when I was a teenager. Obviously, the longer that you do this, it's going to help your overall facial development. It's better to start mewing the younger that you are, but you just want to invest time into this one. Maxing is also extremely important for health markers, everything, you know, like the whites in your eyes, how bright your skin is, the dark circles underneath your eyes, everything, how thick your hair is. Like, literally most things come down to health. So I want you to be intermittent fasting, getting at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single night, drinking tons of natural spring water every single day. I have about 4 to 8 liters for myself every single day, and eating obviously tons of healthy foods like grass-fed meats, eggs, sweet potatoes, quinoa, berries, things like this that actually nourish the body and gives you everything that you need. I take my own supplements every single day on KLSleep.com. Use the code WAYNE for 10% off. But yeah, these are going to be crucial. It's going to help support testosterone, help support overall health, everything. Also, join my school right now. Right now, it's only $19. I have over 10 hours of content. It's the best school of self-improvement. My Looks Maxing Masterclass, High Growth Masterclass, everything is in my school. Also, studies show that whenever a guy actually smiles less, he's going to be deemed more attractive overall, but less approachable and not as warm and friendly for, let's say, a long-term relationship. But whenever it comes to a hookup, short-term, just overall attractiveness, smiling less is actually going to be way more beneficial than being hey, look at me, I want everyone to like me. That is not as attractive. I want you to kind of pull back a little bit and try to make people impress you. That's going to make you seem much, much more attractive overall. If you go for more the masculine phenotype, I want you to only have a stubble. Like if you can grow a stubble, I want you always have a stubble. This is going to be the most attractive for your phenotype, for your archetype, meaning that if you've got thicker bones, you've got more muscle density, you want to look more masculine overall, like that's you, go for the stubble. Don't do the beard. Beards are so male gaze, it's crazy. Only the stubble. And then if you go more female gaze, a little bit more pretty boy, always clean shaven, man. Like you want to be shaving every single day. If you can't sustain this, getting laser would also be something very important to think about. I've been telling you guys how important sunglasses are. Look at any single celebrity, like they're always wearing sunglasses, especially if you have a weak eye area. This is going to help bring together the entire eye area. Now, I would get some with lighter lenses that you can even wear indoors. These just have such a cool factor that I feel like just about every single person should have. So I recommend definitely a signature pair of sunglasses. I actually just ordered some new ones, some Saint Laurents that I'm really excited to get. These are just some basic generic ones. Last but not least, I've been telling you guys that you should be using a BB cream or some sort of foundation before you go out, especially on a date, before you want to take some photos, anything like this, because it's going to help smooth out the skin. It's going to help protect the skin because it also has SPF naturally built into it. And it's really good for dark circles, anything like this. And it's just going to make you look more attractive overall. I mean, every single male model, every single celebrity, and all these Asians like in Japan and Korea, they're all doing it. I feel like the only person who's against this is the average guy who doesn't even know how often the male models and the celebrities do it. Brad Pitt, one of your favorite, literally always wearing makeup anytime you see him. And not just a small coat of foundation, he's got a whole mask, a whole coat, just like all of them, man. But that's it. I want you to subscribe if you're new. I love you guys with all my heart. Peace.